Right, so I have returned once again today for some more Sangatsu no Lion. Where today we finish off, I believe, Volume 6, which is actually chapters 59 and 63. Hopefully YouTube will kick in and not scare me. It did not scare me. It did not scare me. And long behold, YouTube is actually not dying today. Long behold, long behold. Yeah, so we left off last time. It kind of was a very interesting kind of beginning of a volume. Like, it developed a lot of the characters in quite different ways. In essence, Ray's character developed in a way that he actually finally started to grow out of his shell and actually become a person that we actually want him to be. Hina's character is the only one we're kind of terrified of so far, because we just don't know what really is going to happen with her character, because again, what's going on with her really is kind of taking a toll on her. You just don't know what's going to happen, what the lasting effects will be. And the school doesn't seem like it's as if it wants to do anything. It's kind of got a very warped idea of how to fix this whole situation. So it's going to lead to an interesting kind of end of volume, to be honest, because one character is kind of growing because of this whole entire event, while the other character is growing in a quite negative way. Like, we just don't know how that character will just be at the end of all of this. That's kind of the major thing, which is kind of terrifying, because Hina's character is slowly starting to change. That is actually kind of ironic timing. Surprisingly, my one didn't actually die either, because my one's been dying recently, constantly on my internet. It's really weird. My internet just constantly wants to go. It's like, oh man. I'm trying to play Destiny 2, I'm like, bro, please. Bro, please. Bro, please. Trying to play Destiny 2 here. But yeah, so this is the end of Volume 6, being Chapter 59 and 63, as I said beforehand. So yes, let's see how this all ties up. Let's see what happens with Ray, because Ray now really wants to be needed. He's kind of allowing himself to be relied upon instead of people relying on, or instead of him relying on other people. That's what I'm trying to get at. He's trying to just change everything. So it's actually kind of cool how it's all going down with him. But Hina's one's kind of the more depressing part, which actually is kind of scary. But anyway, so let's begin chapter 59 with Hachiya. So, if it comes down to it, I'll really be counting on you, you know. Akari-san's cheeks and voice, lit by the sunset at that time, became burned into my memory. The first time I really desired something, and it wasn't a pure desire. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but right now, I want to win. I want to win, no matter what. The Newcomer Championship semi-finals. If I win this match, I'll be in the finals. The person I'm up against is... I remember him from last time as well. He's quite an interesting character. Keep it down, Hachi. Sorry. In this world, Hachiya Subaru 5 down. Strength is everything. 23 years old, Class C Group 1. Among the young players in their 20s, people probably have the most hopes for him. His forte is fast play, and he has an offensive style that's backed by research. Tongue-clicking, fidgeting, fanning himself, he's nicknamed the Irritable Prince of the East. Strength will set you down the right path. But the time is now 10 o'clock. Please begin. Let's have a good game. I hope we have a good game. It doesn't really sit well with me. A spirited sensual Hisha, huh? I guess he's gonna come hard and fast. I guess I'll respond in kind. That was fast. He really does play fast. Kinda makes you wonder if it's on purpose. And he's loud too. I guess I shouldn't stop to focus on that. It'll make it harder to concentrate. Oh boy, this is gonna be a difficult one, isn't it? I can already tell. His sides sure are solid. In that case, I just need to go from above. Yeah, if you're coming at me then, I'll go with 8-6K. Fast play, tongue clicking, fidgeting. Actually, this may be a type of shogi that you can't play unless you do things like that. How can he think it's okay to behave this way? How can he play without thinking how the opponent will defend? Like hell, he'll make it in time with a move like that. An edge fu? He's using an edge fu against an edge gyoku? The freedom must be nice, just doing whatever you want without reading too deeply into what's around you. This guy's so slow, it pisses me off. As long as I have a Ryu on this rank, I'll be much faster. Oh, shut up, just shut up. I feel like I can hear what's going on in his head, all the way over here. I'll bet he thinks the water rolls around him. Jesus Christ! He's just throwing his kaku away. What the hell? What the hell is he doing? I mean, I've got to take it, but if I do, I'll lose my control of the rank. Ray is not very much being okay right now. Like, damn, son. Like, I'm like, is this the boy I knew before? Is he changed now? He's a changed boy. He's like, he's not my cinnamon roll anymore. Man, what happened with my cinnamon roll? Damn, this is a different Ray. This is a determined Ray is scary. Like, just saying that, determined Ray is the most scariest Ray of all time. If that happens, then his edge pieces are gonna make it in time. Where did I go wrong? I didn't see that kaku drop. Am I getting mated? A faster move isn't there? A faster move? Where's the faster move? I lost. Jeez, he's loud. Yeah, Hina has got to him, to be honest, when you think about it. Like, yeah, the problem is he's growing in a sense. His character growth is positive, but the way he's doing it's quite like, oh boy, not the kind of way I was expecting. Like, it's a kind of a weird progression when you think about it. Like, his character progression about the whole entirety of this manga has been quite strange, because he just tends to grow in quite different ways than what you expect him to grow in. Like, in essence, most of the time he does grow off other people's kind of, like, mishaps and stuff like that. It's kind of a weird way to grow, but I actually kind of like it, because it's just a little bit different. He kind of grows off other people's weaknesses. When they actually tend to lose, he even grows even more because of it. And it's actually now, because Hina's going through everything like this, he's growing because of it. It's kind of like, it's a bit of a weird way to actually grow, but I mean, it's different to what you expect it to be. If you're going to get that bent out of shape over losing, then just play more slowly. Kiriyama! Wait, you really did a shoddy job of removing that bee's nest. Me? God damn it. Isn't that damn bee keep buzzing around? Think about the people around you a little, why don't you?
Sorry, I didn't catch that. Please try again.
I'm sorry, Alexa. Nothing. She just turned on for me randomly. I'm like, whoa, hello. Please don't do it to me today. I do not want random voices intruding into my streams. Who the hell would just start poking the hive with a rod? First you wrap it in the bag and smoke them out, and stuff. There's a ton of things you can do, you know. You totally did it on purpose, didn't you? This is my fault. That bee is always buzzing. He's been buzzing since elementary school. You can't fix it now. So everyone's already given up on that. Understand? What you can do is take him down before he starts buzzing. Jeez. Your ability to concentrate goes down as you get older. Consider that, will you? This is an important game for us. Don't you know that with age, tournaments are tough right from the start? I really want to make it past this round, okay? Next turn's seed is riding on it. Huh? Okay. And suddenly getting attacked and not knowing what to do. Honestly, you people these days, the bees is way too easy to understand, but Kiriyama, you're too difficult to understand. Every one of these guys is buzzing around. You really should live a life that's easier to understand, like the bee. You're pretty similar on the inside, after all. Please don't compare me to him. I'm nothing like. You're totally similar. Oh. You think the world rolls around you, don't you? Oh! You think the world runs around me, don't you? What did you say? Damn! It is like the most destroyed character I've seen in a long time. Holy moly! I don't think you can get out of that one. I don't think you ever come back. You just got served. Man. I'm actually taken aback by that. I was like, Jesus Christ. That was good though. I actually quite like that. I thought, good job. We actually kind of got through to the kid as well. Got through to the kid. That's all. That was very much needed. Okay then, better get going. Well, Kiriyama, good luck. Keep a level head. You've got plenty of time still to go with the bee. Okay, let's have a nice and thorough post-mortem analysis of why don't we? tongue clicking, fidgeting, arrogance. Despite willfully doing all of that, Hachiya Subaru 23, 5 down, is unexpectedly a well-loved character. And even after that, the bee hung around Kiriyama. He made him stick around late into the night at a family restaurant for their post-mortem analysis, with the world revolving around them. He yelled, "It just doesn't make sense." 1,000,000 times. We are not similar. Absolutely not. Chapter 59, end. Chapter 60, Midday Moon. Whew, man, that was quite an ending, to be honest. Let's face it, I was like, whoa, hello. That was quite the end. Whew, okay. What the hell? That's enough. I'm going to go. Where? To that middle school? What's that homeroom teacher's name? See, why can't we have Sensei in real life? Why can't it be a real life Sensei like him? Life would be so much greater, to be honest. It's clear why their big sister is so worried. Just from hearing about all of this, I can tell how awful that teacher is. Sensei, please don't go on a rampage. Please don't raise your voice. I should really just go. I mean, let me go, Kiriyama. As a fellow teacher, I've got a thing or two I want to say to the homeroom teacher. Sensei, please calm down. I know what you're saying. I mean, I want to go too, but I don't have the knowledge to handle it. I wouldn't be of any use. I mean, with me, I would always just isolate myself and pretend everything was fine. I wouldn't put up any sort of fight. I would just put up with it, go with the flow, and escape into shogi. So I don't have any idea how or any way to help in a time like this. So I thought, if I could just earn some money from matches, then she could use that for something. So I worked really hard at it. But the people of that family would not have taken money from a total stranger like me. So Sensei, please tell me. I'll treat you to an Odin or Yakiku, or whatever you want. Please lend me your wisdom. Ow! You. Is it a lunkhead? Is that the word, lunkhead? You lunkhead, Kiriyama. I never heard that term beforehand. A lunkhead. would you do me a favor? I'll buy you a drink later, okay? Quit acting like an office worker. You've done great. Sometimes you say annoying things like how you make more than me, but this is a school. You're still just you're just a second year high school student, and I'm a teacher. Don't make light of teachers, okay? Okay. First, I think Hina-chan should try to find someone else to talk to. The head teacher in charge of her year, or the teacher of a different subject. The homeroom teacher isn't the only one in the school. If talking to her doesn't work, she can just try talking to other teachers. So, with respect to meeting the other side's parents, by the looks of things, I don't think I'd come to that. It would come to that. But if it does, I suppose Hina-chan's big sister would have trouble facing them on her own. The mother's passed away, huh? So what about the father? What does he do? Well, it's not a very pleasant subject, so I'll put it simply. He said he'd gotten a new girlfriend and he left. Now he's off in a new home, being the father to a different child. And that's right. We have some dorayaki. Want some? The way she said it, it was as if it meant nothing to her. Oh boy. I realized that Araki's-san's heart was adrift somewhere, sure, unable to find a place to settle. Thanks. It wasn't that it no longer meant anything to her. I see. It was still just the only way she could talk about it. It's looking more and more like I'm just gonna have to go. How exactly did you skew that to come to that conclusion? And just who are you planning to say you are when you march in there? Isn't it obvious that I'm Hina-san's friend's former homeroom teacher? So basically a total stranger then. Have you already become a monster teacher? If the people I'm up against are Monparas, an abbreviation of monster parents, the only choice is sending them a Monteach, an abbreviation of monster teacher. Neither one sounds very good at this point. Are you going a little overboard? Ain't that right? Hell yeah, it is. God damn it. Oh man. Why can't we just have Sensei in real life? It'd be great just to go and speak to someone like him all the time. You just feel more at ease when you think about it. Like you just have him there. Just like, yo, what's up? He'd be like, yo, what's up? What's happening? He'd be like, this is what it's like to have a good teacher then. But alas, they're very few and far between in real life. And also, about the whole money thing, I'm really glad that you figured that on your own. I'm glad that you didn't walk into their house with a bank book to hold some budget committee meeting. You would have had me worried there. They might start avoiding you, Kiriyama. On the way home, the sensei said, "It's my stubborn pride as a teacher, and treated me to a meat bun, and he called me all sorts of mean things like strange and stubborn." He is too good for this world. Every single character in a manga is actually too good for this world. It's just that thing. You just have to realize that everyone's too good for this world in his manga. And he patted me on the back and said, I want to be needed, so I want to become stronger. What's so wrong about that? All you've got to do is to do the things you can do one at a time. Take a deep breath and move one step at a time, he said. Thank you very much. Hey, Kiriyama, that's 3 wins, isn't it? You're doing pretty well for yourself. Ah, Yokomizo-san, thank you very much. I heard your opponent in the Newcomer Championship Finals is going to be Yamazaki Junkei. Good luck. Do it for Nikaido too. Yeah. Don't lose on the way there, okay? You and I are creating a legend. Nikaido, you idiot. They're hitting me over the head with stuff like that. So, what's going on with Nikaido? Is he not coming back from Osaka for a while? That's right, he's going to be staying at the Osaka Central First Hospital for a while, just so they can observe him for a bit. Apparently, moving him would pose somewhat of a problem. Shimada-san, wait. Kiriyama, are you talking about 60 end? Oh god. Oh god. Right, let's leave that to the end actually. Leave the massive page until the end. I always do those things quite, like, literally at the end because I thought it's actually a lot better that way, I think. Oh man. Oh man. Please don't anything bad happen to Nikaido either. I can't lose best boy. '61 Adventures. Looking at both adults' faces, which seem to say, darn it. What are you talking about? I understood. Nikai's in the hospital. What happened? I was the only one who didn't know. It's nothing major. He's always been sickly, and the strain from the newcomer championship semi-finals seemed to have caused him a bad episode. Yes, that's right. Come on, Shimada, let's go get a drink. Please wait. If this is just one of his usual health problems, then he could just get in his limousine with the bed in it or something. He has to come back, right? He's got the rank in deciding matches. He can't afford to stay long at the hospital. Is it that bad? Kiriyama. If you ask and I don't answer, then there's got to be some reason for that, right? I hope you can understand that much. Oh god. To be honest, I've been vaguely aware of it. Hanaoka-san, who would never leave his side, the lightly coloured, beautifully dyed bento boxes. I would always see lots of medicine in his bag. To be honest, I never could bring myself to ask. I see. It was bad enough that Nikaido didn't want me to ask. In that case, could I ask you what the entirety of that reason is? I knew that ever since we were kids. Shimada, I'm heading home. Good luck with the rest. Kiriyama, how about we go get some food? After that, Shimada-san told me all about Nikaido, about his little brother's disciple. Huh? You're taking on another disciple? In order to become a shogi pro, you must first enter the Shorekai. But Sensei, you always said that you were done with disciples after me, didn't you? And you had that health scare just last year. So why now? Well, you see, I just found a kid who was so darn interesting. And in order to do that, you're required to be someone's disciple, and so that's how I met Bo. Who was then in his 4th year of elementary school. Nice to meet you. I'm Nikaido Harubo. This is Shimada, 6th Dan. Your big brother. Huh? I feel like I've seen this boy somewhere. Get along with him, okay? I had a recollection of that boy. I'd seen him when I was working as a guest lecturer at a children's tournament. What's with that perfectly round kid making his grandpa carry a bento? I heard he drove up in an amazing car. Gross. He's just a rich kid looking for something to do. He won't be around for long. Be sure to chew each bite 30 times, alright? A deluxe bento, huh? Sigh. Rich kids. As someone who grew up poor, I was jealous of him immediately. Why would he go out of his way to enter this world? He could buy all the manga and video games he wanted. Well, I doubt he's lasting long anyhow. Games and computers would be more fun for him. Thank you all for waiting. The funds will now begin. From it's a tiny word. It's sort of getting to my. I actually can't read it now. Suginami. There we are. War Tokyo. We have Kiyama Reikun. There we are. This word was so tiny I couldn't read it for a second there. So that rich kid lost in the semis. He thought a lot harder than I expected. I was surprised when I saw the Kifu. What is this? A power battle with both having static Gyokus and 185 moves? Was this game really played by elementary school kids? Are you alright? I can call an ambulance. It's okay, there's no need for an ambulance. Our car is waiting downstairs. From the calm way that old man dealt with the situation, I caught a glimpse of the boy's long battle with an illness. Shogi's an honest path. You won't get better unless you study hard. Yes, what we have here is the Kifu individual who had easily thrown away the idea of a childhood. No, that's not right. Wow, it's huge. Never even had a childhood to throw away in the first place. Shimon sixth Dan. Oh, it's okay, lie down. I came here in place of our teacher. He can't move right now due to a nerve pain. I heard about seeing one of the pro shogi players he admires. Here, these are from him. He asks, is it okay that they're old? Wow. Oh boy. When I asked, how about a game of shogi? Can we? A tinge of red coloured his bluish black face. And so I started playing games with him every once in a while. He would always try his hardest, and though I would defeat him, he always made me work for it. But then one day, I accidentally hurt his feelings. Please don't go easy on me like that, Bo. If I get the weak person treatment in Shogi 2, then where else can I go? I done it because of his deteriorating condition and the successive losses. I wanted to give him some courage. His illness was considered incurable, so it was something that would stick with him for his whole life. But I'm sorry, I will never say something like that again. He had a strict dietary restrictions to prevent his condition from worsening. He just had to put up with it and spend every day keeping his breathing easy. He pretty much couldn't get into fights, sports, or play with friends at all. The only place where he could be the hero and run wild was on this board of 81 squares. Kiriyama, this is the Kifu for today's semi-final matches. Anisha, please don't tell Kiriyama about my illness. If I want to be strong, I need a rival. He doesn't realize it himself, but he's a kind person. He's also insecure. If he finds out, I'm sure he would falter. There were 2 pages of Kifu. In that case, I can't get any stronger. The first game was one in which they fully used their available time. He was in an inferior position, but he persisted through and through. Just when he had turned things around, the opponent caused a draw by repetition of moves. As a result, there was a do-over game. In their 1-minute shogi, the 138 moves wrung his soul dry. Kiriyama, can you still do something this merciless to Nikaido? I'm going to the finals. Yeah. The Newcomer Championship finals were in 1 week at the Kansai Shogi Association. Oh darn, it's really coming down. Oh well, the station is close by. How about we run? Okay. As he ran through the rain, which resembled thin silver threads, I thought back on Nikaido's Kifu. While there was a doubt, hesitation, faltering, still he believed in what he'd done thus far. Heading towards the aspiration point, he pushes forward like a fireball. It was just like an adventure novel. 61 end. Oh man. Man. That was a hard one to read. That was a very hard one to read, actually. Why does the world hurt my favorite characters in this way? Oh man, it's like no one's fine in this manga. No one's fine. There's one character who's not going through something that's terrible. Oh man. My heart actually hurts. Right, let's leave the massive page to the end as well. Otherwise, I'd like to have something at the end to read. So page 134. Oshii pressed pictures is a traditional Japanese craft that involves placing a piece of cloth over cotton padding and stitching it to add details and dimension. Mass-produced items like books are mostly likely to use pre-printed fabric, but high-end art pieces resemble using carefully chosen scraps of silk brocade. Everyone is literally tortured in their own way, in one way or another, in their own way, in one way or another. Like, not one character really does have it easy. It makes everything harder. You have to read something that's terrible. When something terrible's happened to them, it makes it even worse. It's like, why can't there be a silver lining to some of these characters? Like, none of them have done anything wrong, like, kind of fundamentally when you think about it. So why is it this way? Really hurts my heart. So, just 62, Kingdom 1. Oh man, we're back here now. This is even worse. Oh god. Why are we back here now? I don't want these emotions now. At least please just give me Momo moments. That just, it helps my heart just kind of not recede into itself and just kind of come back as an empty shell of its former self. Wow, that's amazing. Reagan, good luck in the Newcomer Championship Finals tomorrow. Just for such an occasion, I made you Katsudon. Thank you so much for all of this. Oh wow, it's so good. Just now it went crunch, and then it came a blop. A bloop, not a blop. A bloop. Yummy, huh? Isn't it? It's freshly fried, and I sealed it together with a nice gooey egg. At least there's one like panel of Momo. At least there's that. At least there's that. So you're heading to Osaka tomorrow. You have to travel in advance for these sort of things, right? Yeah, they have a few rooms we can stay in at the Kansai Shogi Association building, so I'll be staying there. Hina is getting on this Shinkansen tomorrow at 8. You need to be at school at 7, right? Maybe we should get the bath ready now since you're getting up early. Oh, okay. Buying a souvenir, okay, Hina-chan? Okay. Right, Hina-chan has her school trip starting tomorrow. She's going to Kyoto for 3 days and 2 nights. Thanks for the meal. Oh, what's wrong? That's all you're having? I don't know, my tummy hurts. Are you okay? Maybe it was too greasy. This is unusual, you don't get tummy aches much. Do you want some medicine? Okay. Hina-chan, do you think that maybe it's your stomach that's hurting? Yes. Lay on your right side. Maybe if we warm your back up a bit, it'll make you feel better. Thank you. When I thought about her situation at school, I could imagine that the 3 days and 2 nights of this trip might be something pretty difficult. Are you okay about Kyoto? You don't have to force yourself to go. No, I'll go. I feel like I've got to go, otherwise I feel like I regret it for years and years to come. Even after I become an adult, I want to know that I didn't run away. Back then, Takahashi-kun, who had said in that moment, I understand. So I'm not sure how to say this, but you want to eliminate that kind of feeling, right? Hina-chan, I'm going to win, okay? I'm definitely going to win. Nikaido, who had kept playing until he collapsed. Now, right in front of me, Hina-chan, I'll definitely come back victorious. They're fighting. So when your tummy feels better, we can all go to the sweet shop together. You can order anything and everything you want. Everyone is fighting, okay? So they can win their right. Kiriyama-kun to their one little place in the world. Oh, where am I? Alright, Osaka. I came here to fight. Newcomer Championship is a shogi competition for players 26 or under, 5 down or under. For the finals, each player has 5 hours available time, and it's all settled in one game. The match will probably last until nightfall. Just to be safe, I better buy breakfast, lunch, and plenty of drinks. Is Kiriyama coming here today? Yeah, he's the guy who made our bee cry, right? It's a pity what happened with the rich kid from the other day, but Yamazaki-senpai was pretty desperate too. Yep. I mean, he's got the never before claimed title of the internal newcomer king right on the line. Well, I can't blame him. Managing your health is a part of shogi too. No matter what kind of state your opponent is in, the proper etiquette is to try to defeat him with all you've got. All Junkei-senpai did was fight the proper way. Think back on it now. Definitely going to be in the title match. How are you going to make it if you're not thinking that? I wonder how much emotion Ikado felt when he said those words. Oh man, my heart is actually really freaking hurting right now. Oh, this is not good for my emotions. You're in the place, huh? Oh, you're in the place. Kiriyama Ray, the newcomer championship finals. I'm Yamazaki Junkei. It's quiet. The air quivers only at the sound of the pieces. Straight to Ranjing Hisha Anaguma, huh? He's solid as a rock. Looks like he's drawing this into a battle of attrition. As I was playing, the words "white" kept swirling around in my head. I could feel it when I saw the Kifu. You had plenty of play options left, didn't you? So why did you drag the game into a draw repetition? Because I didn't have a mating move. I can't blame him. Managing your health is a part of shogi too. I know what kind of state your opponent is in. The proper etiquette is to try to defeat him with all you've got. All Junkei-senpai did was fight the proper way. Those people from before said you fought the proper way. If putting the burden on the other person is proper, rather than conquering your own problem of being able to read far enough ahead, and I have only one thing to say to that: screw you. And 62 end. Please let the anime finish on that. Please let the anime finish on that word. It needs to finish on that word. It has to end there. If it doesn't end there, I'll be really angry. Oh god, that'd be amazing. Just ends on the word "screw you" and just cuts to black. Like no ending or anything, just cuts to black and ends. That'd be the best thing ever. It's just, oh man, that needs to happen now. Yeah, but that's gonna be an amazing cliffhanger. It'd be an amazing way to end it. It'd be one of those ones you'd be like, you'd be on the floor like, excuse me, what? It'd be one of those, but it just works so goddamn well because of the word "screw you" and the weight it has on it as well. It's one of those ones that it kind of gets you because it has a lot of weight to it. That word, just "screw you." It's the best way to end the episode. I think it's actually 2 calls. I don't think it's actually having a mid-season finale. But if it ends there, I'll be really happy. Like it's kind of one of those things. It kind of then goes into the actual game itself. Like it has, you know, the weight behind the game itself, and that word just kind of carries you into it. And I actually quite like it for that reason. It's kind of showing you that Ray's kind of very, 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 very determined in a very scary way. It's one of those things that's very much apparent in this volume. Like, his reasons to fight are genuine, don't get me wrong, but the way he's kind of going about it's kind of terrifying. But yeah, if it doesn't end there, I'll be really angry. Oh man, that was quite heavy actually. Oh god, what's happened to Ray recently? That's the problem. If he gets into that feeling, he's lost sight of what he's trying to do. Like you can't go into that mindset either. That's the problem. If he gets into that mindset, he's lost everything. Oh man. So 63, Kingdom 2. I think it's actually the final chapter of the volume anyway, I believe. Two eyeballs in the dark, examining things in my direction. Just silently waiting for my mistake, waiting with bated breath for the moment I play a wrong move, flowing ever so gently, like a shadow that you can't shake off. Well then, I'll show you. See if I make a mistake or not. And I'll blow that sludge clear out of here too. Quit trying to act cool, Kiriyama. There we are. Please, I was going past. If you really want to win, then hold out. Don't just attack. You've got to defend too. Can you hear me, Kiriyama? I finally caught up to you, Kiriyama. I'm looking forward to going head to head with you. Okay, rival? Value your own shogi. Value your own self more. Yeah, he almost did it again. That was the problem. Like he was succumbing to that, but Nikaido just saved him. It was one of those things. I actually quite like the fact it went back to that one event. Like it just saved him. Like, yeah, I can't think like this. I will never think like this again. Because otherwise, I will screw everything up. Because the problem with him is the fact that he's got a lot riding on him that's kind of making the whole entire ordeal a lot worse for him as well when you think about it. He's got a lot riding on this whole entire match. So the problem is he's probably gonna succumb to those feelings as well, because one, he's got a win for Hina as well, and two, there's a lot of baggage to this match because of what happened with Nikaido as well. That's the problem. Like if nothing happened with Nikaido, this match wouldn't go to in this way. It'd kind of be a lot more normal. But the fact that what happened with Nikaido, it kind of adds a lot more weight to this whole entire match. So his emotions would probably run rampant a lot. But the fact that Nikaido is still there to say, "Don't do it. Don't succumb to those feelings, you stupid man," is quite great, because it just reminds him that I should never be like this again. So you think about it, it's the wrong way of doing things. Like, just don't ever. No one should ever kind of succumb to the idea of of emotions. Just kind of keep the same mindset for the whole entire game. Otherwise, most of the time you throw everything away. It happens everywhere. You see it. Like sometimes emotions get the better of a person, and that's the mistake that people make. Like just don't. It's hard. It's easy for someone to say that's not in the situation, but it's true. Like it's just emotions tend to be the worst thing a person can get in a situation like this. Sports tends to be the worst one as well, because sports, there's rivals and stuff like that. There's weight to matches, and if you lose, it just hurts even more when you think about it. Why am I always like this? It's a fine line between being brave and being reckless. I'm always too busy paying attention to myself. Other people's. Thanks, Ray-chan. I'll be okay next time. It's kindness, strength. She was probably crying while she was packing this, or loneliness. I really never noticed it at all. It's really frustrating. It's disgraceful. You big glue, making my heart pound on my chest like this. You did it, Kiriyama. Yes, you did it. He was spectacular. Never any less from my dear friend and rival, Honorable Summer. Thank you for everything, excuse me. It really works. This stomach medicine from Shimada 8th Dan. What kind is it? I get stomach pains too. This works, I guess Shimada 8th Dan really the person to ask about neurogenic stomach pains. He really is an authority on stomach pains, isn't he? May I take a look at it? Wait, Kiriyama, you have stomach pains too? You want some? I've got plenty. Hang on, Kiriyama. I've got to say congratulations first. Well done, newcomer king. Kiriyama. Suddenly my mind was filled with the image of her back curled up in a little ball from the night before last. If I go by Shinkansen, it's only one stop to Kyoto Station. Can I make it in time? No, I'll go. I feel like I've got to go. Otherwise, I feel like I'll regret it for years and years to come. Even after I become an adult. To Shingoku. Oh, man. What a beautiful moment as well. He did win, didn't he? Like, just to kind of put my mind at ease, he did win. Because I think he did win. Because he did say, congratulations, newcomer king. Just in case, because one of those things always catches me off guard. Oh, man. That might be a stupid question to ask, but just to make sure. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man, oh, man, oh, man. Oh, that's better. Arms are going dead. Thank God. I thought he did. That's why I was wanting to make sure just in case. Because, you know, sometimes I tend to go, oh my God, he lost. But actually he won. That's why I thought I might make sure just in case. It did seem as if he won, because it does that thing that catches you off guard when he's like looking down like as if he's like lost. But then I remember back in like when Shimoda actually won against Goto, is the fact that it actually kind of like it kind of catches the person who wins even more than the person who loses. That's why I thought maybe just in case ask, just kind of just put my mind at ease, because I'm like, did he win? Did he not? And someone just goes in the comments like, he lost, by the way. I'm like, no. No, I know that he said it, but I just thought, just in case, make sure, just to kind of put my mind at completely at ease. Just in case it's one of those moments it goes, oh, I've won, but it kind of then warps and it's actually, no, he lost, and it actually, your mind just goes, what? Just in case. Just in case it's all just my superstition after a while. Probably is. My eyes been to well off, and when I read the newcomer king, that's why I thought he's probably a one, but I thought just to make sure. Damn it. She's not here, huh? Yeah, running around haphazardly in a town I barely know anything about, trying to find a middle schooler who doesn't have a cell phone, purely on the hint that they had free time in Shingyoku. What am I doing? That's Hina-chan's middle school uniform. What? No way, that's so funny, isn't it? Huh? Where's Kiriyama? I don't know. Who cares if he's not here or not? This is a free activity. We're allowed to act free, right? Ah, now I remember. She's not here. Ah. A person who's all alone can't be among laughing voices like this. There's no way she could. Kiriyama. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Whenever she feels like crying, she would go off alone to a river. Ray-chan. Huh? How? Why are you here? How? Well, seems to have regained his sanity. You were saying how your stomach hurts, so I was wondering how you were doing. And, yeah, I've got this really good stomach medicine from one of my senpai. So, sob, wa, Hina-chan. Hina-chan cried out loudly and couldn't stop. She got warmer and warmer, and her uniform and head got all sweaty, and her skin got cold from the river breeze and slightly cloudy weather. I would worry about her catching a cold. Hina-chan, you did great. You really did great, you know. I just really couldn't help but worry. 63. End. Well, that was kind of that was kind of like one of those endings that kind of catch you off guard. Actually, I kind of like the fact that in the end he won. When you think about it, he actually conquered a fear. Like in his heart, he actually kind of grew. He actually conquered the fear of that whole entire idea of the emotions that he kind of gets. Actually, he stayed online. Actually, he won. It kind of just tells you it tells you, doesn't it? It's kind of one of those telling things. Right. Let's go back to the actual. Let's read this first, and go back to the actual things. So, her son became two people. Umino-san, the truth is, I've just been editor-in-chief of Hina Twitch. March was online is currently serializing a young animal just after deadline, apparently been awake for around 48 hours. However, we're keen to be your editor, Umino-san. You're the only one, though. It's a special order from the president. The plan is for me just to come and get the March comes with line manuscripts while working as the Hunter Yuma editor-in-chief. Yes, well that's... Nothing is going to change. We'll just be continuing like we have. You should get some sleep. You don't have anything you need to be doing the next 24 hours after all. I'll give a better explanation next week, so I'll just take the manuscript and go. And so, when I figured out what was going on, there were two Taylor sons. Kyoto Research and Volume 6. Most of it was taking place in Kyoto, so I went there several times to take pictures. I mean, it's one of those things. It kind of, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. There's a lot with her as well. The fact that when you think about it, like things that happen to you like that aren't so cut and dry that you can just like kind of carry on and muster the courage to go forward. I mean, it's kind of the thing you should do, but it depends really on the person. Like a lot of people tend just to kind of, like how Ray was doing it. Ray's kind of just kind of keeps himself away and just kind of thinks about how the situation's okay, and that's how he does it. Hina's kind of just runs away and just kind of sits there. It's one of those things you have to kind of. I think what's happened with Hina, she's kind of gone the way of Ray, but Ray's gone the way of Hina. Like in a sense, he's grown and actually become a lot better and actually become the character we should have known beforehand. While Hina's gone the way of Ray and actually kind of grown his emotions, kind of become a bit more reclusive, and actually just kind of running away from everything that's really going on, instead of really allowing everything to be kind of being taken head on. That's what I kind of see it as. Like Hina's kind of become Ray, and in the past, like not Ray now, but in the past Ray. Like, in essence, just sort of kind of. Yeah, I can see it. It does hurt, but the fact is, it just as the grandpa said, it takes time. It's just one of those things. It just doesn't happen overnight. Like things like that, it takes quite a while because there's a lot going on there. Like in essence, it's not just the kids, it's the teachers as well. The teachers are in theory also doing this whole entire thing as well. They're not helping her. Like she's basically trying to do this on her own. Granted, yeah, she's not kind of actively looking for help in the sense of her kind of a Akari and stuff like that, or people like that actually. She's not actively doing that, but at the same time, it's one of those things, it takes a lot of courage and a lot of kind of everything else to actually kind of go to your parents or something like that and actually say what the hell's going on. It's one of those things. I don't know. It's hard. It's really it's a hard thing to actually kind of say. Yeah, and it's I get what you mean. Like in essence, they did promise each other, but the fact is, again, as I said beforehand, I think Hina's gone the way of Ray. In essence, the past Ray we saw beforehand, the Ray that we didn't want to kind of have at the beginning, but now he isn't that now. But now Hina's gone to that. It's quite interesting when you think about it. It's one of those ones that. Oh, it's actually the end there. It's one of those things actually quite interesting. The fact that a character can grow while the other one kind of goes back to how the other character was beforehand. The most amazing thing was the length of my stay, 2 hours. It was just over 6 hour round trip. Pulling it all night, I jumped on the Shinkansen and stuffed my face with those little sandwiches they sold in the train station. The only place in Kyoto I stopped at was Kurushio-ru. I didn't even get a chance to get a bento at an Iseta. I was overwhelmed by stuff like fatigue and hunger, so even though I should be too old for something like this, I started waiting at the JR station. Before I forgot, but but forgot about relief. Oh, this sort of thing's going on every day, and I finally got all my manuscripts for volume 6, but forgot about relief. Right after I was tormented by nightmares all night, I tried to tell Tada-san. I tried to tell Tada-san about it while I was still shivering. There was like a rat or a bird or something running all over my face. Sounds bad. That's seriously something like an evil spirit. The next day, because you told me that whole scary story, the dream traveled through the phone lines to my house, and I'm having a nightmare. But well, it might have been because I was a reader of Spirit Warrior. I did a Kuji in mantra in a spirit second and managed to blow it away. In a split second, not spirit second, a split second. And I talked to the other animal people about it. Oh, Kiju in Spirit Warrior it's that Rinpyo Toshikai Jin. How do you write them in kanji again? Rinpyo Toshia. Shouldn't that one be Sha? Then Retsu, or was it the other Retsu? So warriors who descended those who fight. Everyone does what again? A formation? Hold on, I'm looking it up. There it is. That's not it. Damn it! I got it. That was the wrong Jin. I see. So lining up in a formation and standing in front. And among all that, this year Yumino has won Manga Taisho 2011, 35th Kodansha Manga Award General Category. These two huge awards. This is all thanks to Manager Tada-san, everyone at Hakusensha, Young Animal Editorial Department, all my assistants who drew so much wonderful backgrounds, everyone at the Printing Code Limited, Naoto-san who helped me with designing my shogi, helped with my design, my shogi supervisor Senzaki Sensei, and all of the staff at the bookstore across the country, and last but not least, all the readers who read Yumino's manga. Couldn't have done this without you. I kept working my hardest, so I would be blessed if you keep following my work. I hope you enjoy what there is to come. Sincerely, Yumino. Right, so Spirit Warrior, also known as Peacock King, is a manga from the 80s, and in this story, Kuji-in is a 9-syllable Japanese Taoism Buddhism mantra used for exorcism and devil hunting. The full mantra translates to "May all of those who preside over warriors may be my vanguard," or "Warriors who descend those who fight everyone line up in formation and take position in front." The kanji of the mantra referenced in the chapter are as follows: Rin descend, Pyo warriors, rope fight, Sha people, Kai everyone, Jin formation, Retsu line up, Zai take position, Zen in front. You think about it, yeah, it is kind of nuts to do everything in 2 hours. Like, I found it hard to do one whole entire project in one night. Like, and that was just like 4,500 words. I doubt I wouldn't even be able to do it in 2 hours. So, man, that must be difficult. Right. Anyway, let's go back to that page that had all of the area. That was one of them. Right. So, what kind of rule is a draw by repetition? Shogi is a game in which the goal is to make each move impression towards checkmating the opponent's Gyoku. But occasionally, the same sequence turns can repeat over and over, resulting in no progress being made for either side. And so how much the two players play, they keep just going in circles and can't come to conclusion. So in this case, the game is replayed due to draw by repetition. In the official rules, the same four moves repeating in one game is considered a draw by repetition. When a draw by repetition occurs, the game is replayed after a 30-minute break. With the center and goto switched, the feeling of fatigue you get from something you've been working on since 10 AM suddenly being thrown out is considerable. This frequently occurs in the end game, when a considerable amount of play has taken place. This is to avoid a draw by repetition in the opening, and so the center, which has the slight advantage, does not get switched to being the goto. On the other hand, players just starting out as goto might attempt to force a draw by repetition to gain that advantage. This is a tactic commonly used on pro level. It frequently happens in the end game, often late night, and replaying a game in the middle of the night requires an enormous amount of emotional stamina. Also, the available time given to each player decreases, so the moves come quite rapidly. Perhaps the feeling of fatigue that they cause, there is an aphorism in the shogi world that states there are no famous games that occurred as redos due to the draws of repetition. Draws of repetition occur a fair amount; they're not all that rare, though how frequently they occur depends on the style. Say the word, the style. Christ, I actually lost my where I was for a second there. Style of play. They happen for most pro players once or twice a year. For some players, it's less, only once a few years or so. Ah, right. Thank you. I actually did not know that. By the way, I'm the type that happens frequently too. In the last 6 months, I played three such games and came home after midnight all 3 times. Now that I think about it, a long time ago I played a game where I ended up coming home at 6 a.m. The match had lasted a full 20 hours, and I remember the sky being light out when it ended. 6 a.m. was the latest match ever ran, but in the ranked deciding match, it is common to have draws repetition that end matches at 2 or 3 a.m. For night owl players, could be seen as advantageous. And as one might expect, young players who, with more stamina, have a larger tendency to win these games. So, aphorism in the shogi world that draw repetition gives advantages to the youth. This is a bit of a digression, but in the world of Go, a world very similar to the world of shogi, there is no draw repetition based on the rules of the game. They cannot occur. There is a rule called triple ko. That's the word I was looking for. I said tipple ko. I was like, what? Triple ko. Which can cause a draw, but these are rare. In some years, it does not occur. Jesus Christ, I would not want to be in that kind of situation, to be honest. Like, an advanced mind game where I had to sit there for 20 hours. That would hurt. So Go players can live without having enjoyed the hell that repeating games using draw repetition, which I could not be more jealous of. My wife is a pro player, so I'm always boasting how great draw repetitions are to her. That is true. It's like, it would kind of kill you after. You'd be like, please, can I just get out of here? Like, save me, please. I find out where the other one was now. There it is. Right, here we go. What kind of shogi championship is Newcomer King Championship from this manga? Newcomer King Championship is a traditional, now on its 42nd year, shogi competition sponsored by Shinbun Akahata. Just as its name suggests, it is a competition for young shogi players, and becoming the champion of this tournament is said to be a gateway of becoming a first-class shogi player. The age limit has changed several times, but currently only players 26 and below are allowed. No one 6th dan and above qualifies to enter either. There are special exceptions for this tournament which allow amateurs and members of the Shorei Kai to participate, as well up to 4 female players, since only players younger than 26 are allowed. This means younger female players who are not at the top have a chance as well. In the last year's 2010s, the Newcomer Championship, there was some commotion. The winner was Abe Kenjiro 4 Dan from Yamagata Prefecture. This was a reasonable result, but the real shock was that an amateur, Kaku Hiroyoshi-san, was the runner-up. The final match in the 3 games long, and which one win and 1 loss each, they entered the final tiebreaker. Just 1 more win and the amateur would have become the newcomer king. The year before that, the present king, Hirose Akihito, won. Going down the list in that order, the previous winner were Sato Amihiko, Murayama Yasuakai, and Itadani Teshiro, all players with hopeful futures. The year before that, the winners were Watanabe Akira Ryo In his manga, Yamazaki Junke-kun has won a championship 4 times, but there is no real-life player who has ever won 4 times. The highest record is 3 times by Moriyasu Hidemitsu 9 dan, Moriyuchi Toshiyuki 9 dan, and Fuji Takashi 9 dan. By the way, Yoshihari Meijin only won it once. It's believed that this is because championship frequently ended up taking other titles, and so become championship frequently ended up taking other titles, and so became disqualified from participating again. The title of Eternal Newcomer King I'm not sure whether it exists or not, but I doubt there will ever be an merge of a 5-time winner of the championship. It's likely that before anyone can win 5 times, they'll be disqualified from entering for some other reason. Also, a special characteristic of this competition is an account of all the games running in the newspaper. For newcomers receiving a high enough placement to be featured in the newspaper is very difficult, which in part of what makes this competition popular. By the way, I don't have any experience of winning in this championship. I had rather brazen appearance ever since I was young, so many of my senpais always used to tease me about how I was unsuited to be a newcomer king. But looking back on it now, that I can no longer participate, it seems like there was a missed opportunity. Whew! There we are. My throat was giving out after a while saying those words. I was like, after a while my throat was just gonna die. I was like, man, I felt it going really dry. I just cancelled thing completely. I didn't want to do that, but I did it anyway. Alright, okay, so Volume 6 of Sangatsu no Lion was very kind of interesting. Is there construction work going on outside my door? There is construction work going on outside of my door right now as well. That is great. That is great. But yeah, okay. Yeah, my throat tends to give out and read like long passages of words. My throat just goes, please, save me. Like, it's one of those things that I think I'm not suited for reading, like, very, very long passages. Because I never went to any of those kind of jobs. Oh, man. But yeah, okay. Okay, so, let's talk about this for a bit. I quite like the character progression, because it's actually kind of interesting, because we've got Rei, on one hand, who's growing and growing and growing, and actually becoming a character who's very, very freaking different to what we ever imagined beforehand, because we never imagined him to be like this. Granted, yes, we kind of thought to ourselves, maybe he might grow, but not in this way. This way, he's kind of growing it's a very steady pace, but it's kind of scary, because he's growing and actually becoming better than what we expected. And Hina's kind of going in the opposite direction. Hina's going the way that Rei was originally, which actually is kind of interesting when you think about it. Like, in essence, her running away from this whole situation, not keeping the promise and everything like that, it kind of proves to you that she's kind of going the way of Rei, not kind of speaking, just kind of becoming a bit more reclusive, not kind of allowing anyone to actually rely on, like, not allowing anyone to actually help her and that kind of thing. It's actually kind of interesting to think about it, because the situation is quite different to Rei's one. Her situation, when she tried, but the problem is, at the same time, no one's kind of helping her in the school. The school's kind of got a warped way of thinking about how to fix this whole entire thing, and they kind of think, okay, look, if you just go to them, they'll probably kind of just, they'll be your friends, don't worry about it, but it's not kind of that cut and dry. Like, nowhere in the world is it that cut and dry that you can just be bullied and actually just go back to that group and just be like, okay, nothing's wrong. It's not that way. As people grow, that idea tends to kind of leave them. It's not that cut and dry. So she actually has no help when you think about it. So her situation's kind of, in a way, valid, because she literally just doesn't have a place to go to. No teachers can help her. She can go somewhere else, but what is that going to do? Because as Sensei said at the end of the previous stream, at the end of, I think it was chapter 56, I believe, he said that, look, if we do something and she has then nowhere to go, then what do we do? We just made everything worse, because it's true. Like, in essence, if she escalates the problem right now to someone else in the whole entire school, then she runs the risk of actually kind of being, like, kind of kind of taken out completely. Like, she won't have any friends because they'll believe, oh, like, look, she's a snitch and stuff like that. They'll believe like those kind of ideas. Like, it's not one of those things that she kind of wants to have. So she literally has nowhere to go. And the fact is, if it escalates even more and the actual parents are brought in, then it then runs the risk of her being the bad guy in the end, because when you think about it, the kind of parents won't ever kind of say, oh yeah, my daughter's in the wrong, are they? They're going to go, look, your daughter's the problem here. So it's that kind of thing. She is stuck in the worst situation possible because she actually has nowhere to go. So how she runs away, in a way, it's kind of valid. Yes, it's not the way we want her to kind of go about the situation, because it's kind of, you're running away from the problem instead of actually kind of heading it head on. But the problem is, at the same time, she has no way to fix it, because there's nowhere she can go. Everything's just kind of been cut off from her when you think about it. She's just stuck in this kind of rut of emotion that she can't get out of, unless by some miraculous fluke the characters come up to her and go, look, don't worry, we were just joking, there's no problems here, okay, we kind of accept you, it was just us being dumb. Like, it's the only place that she could actually, that's the only thing right now actually could work, unless Sensei goes there and be like, look, okay, sort this out because you're doing the wrong thing. Because again, at the same time, how can a school go this far into this whole entire situation, just go, look, okay, just kind of go, okay, look, this is going to get sorted out by you going to them head on. That doesn't work that way, because you're not helping the situation either. Well, that's actually quite great then. If I was going to say, hopefully the next volume does actually focus on the situation, because I need it to kind of focus on it, because it's kind of the very, very center point of this whole entire thing. It's kind of really I want to be fixed. But how can a school continue in this way and not want to fix the situation? Because how can you think to yourself the way to fix the situation is by allowing the character to go there themselves and actually kind of front this whole entire thing on their own? Because yeah, there might be a way it could work, but 9 out of 10 times it don't work that way. Like, life does not go that way when you think about it. Like, no, I don't know, not one thing in that kind of degree can be fixed by just going there and trying to make friends with them, because they kind of seem as if they don't want to make friends with her. They seem as if they kind of want to keep away from her the whole entire time. She actually has nothing to go for. She's stuck. So when you think about it, she's literally in the kind of worst place possible. So yeah, her running away is not the kind of best thing in the universe, but you can understand why she's like that, because she's kind of she's in the worst possible situation that character could be in right now. Ray was kind of that character who didn't realize these people were there. She knows those people were there, but she can't go to them because she knows if she escalates the problem, then it makes the whole situation worse, because Sensei said, look, if we do something here, what's going to happen? If she's got nowhere to go, then what's the point? Like, we've not found out the situation yet. We haven't found the root cause of the situation. We haven't fixed the situation yet, because she has nowhere to go. Oh man, I can really sense it's going to go down that way, because it does seem like it. It does seem like it, because again, it's just those kind of things. You have to kind of realize, how can a school go this way? She has nowhere to go, so what can she do? She's basically just cut off completely. Oh man. But yeah, I mean, I like Ray's progression. Ray's progression is amazing, because he's kind of becoming that character you want him to become now. He's winning, he's got a purpose and everything like that. That's true. If I had to wait for the Soya's arc, I would have probably cried a lot. But no, I mean, he's growing, he's winning, he's got a purpose, he wants people to actually rely on him and everything like that. He's growing, but at the same time, he's kind of growing in a very, very weird way, because he's growing off other people's misfortunes in some way. It's kind of one of those interesting things you kind of learn about him. He kind of grows off other people's misfortunes sometimes, not all the time, but there's been times when he's picked himself up because someone else has kind of realised, oh Christ, I'm not in a very good situation right now. So it's actually kind of interesting, but at the same time, it's great that he's actually becoming that character now. He's basically become what Hina was originally. Like, and it's kind of interesting that Hina's gone the way of Ray was. It's actually kind of one of those things that now she has to kind of get out that emotional rut, and as not Sensei said, but Grandpa said in volume 2, I believe it was, it's not easy. It takes quite a long time, and it's not one of those things that just happens overnight. Like, in essence, even when this whole situation's over, I don't think Hina will be kind of would be kind of okay completely. Like, she would be kind of broken up still about the whole entire thing because she's being completely taken out of a group and everything like that. She's been kind of just put to one side. Even the teachers probably put her to one side as well. Yeah, Ray has become a lot more mature. Like, in essence, yeah, he still has his emotions running rampant with him, don't get me wrong. That's very much still there. It's actually kind of annoying sometimes. You're like, dude, get a hold of yourself. But it was nice the fact that in the end, Nikaido was the one that kind of put him in the right path. And it kind of just made him realize, oh Christ, I can't be like this. It was actually kind of nice. In the end, he won it. Like, I wanted to make sure that he won because I didn't want to go forward. Like, I knew he won, but I just wanted that kind of clarification that he won. But thank you for the clarification. But yeah, it was nice that he won. Actually allowed for Nikaido to actually kind of have like a nice thing that actually happened to him as well. And it's kind of very, very hard point in his life. And yeah, the backstory that Shimada actually kind of gave about Nikaido was actually kind of heartbreaking as well. In essence, he didn't even have a childhood to throw away. It's kind of one of those things. It really does get to you. But yeah, I mean, hopefully going forward, we actually do see more progression from Rei's character, because Rei's character is very interesting because he's actually kind of he's got room still to grow. He's not completely out of the actual place he was beforehand. But maybe there might be a point where he actually becomes amazing, 100% great character. I can see it. I can see it happening. Yeah, that's true. Like that bit when he was fighting the guy previously before the final match, that whole entire bit, you're like, Jesus freaking Christ, get a hold of yourself, kid. Like, don't go this way again. Do not do this. It's the wrong thing you could possibly do right now. But in the end, he actually won it. But still. I know it was his backstory was kind of hard and harsh. But man, I also like the fact that he actually kind of got a wake up call as well. In essence, is saying, look, like Rei got a wake up call saying, look, the world doesn't revolve around you, you know. Like, the world revolves around everyone else as well. Like, you're not just the only one here. Thought it's a nice wake up call for him because he needed that as well. But yeah, I mean, the one thing that kind of blossomed from that whole entire backstory was Shimada and Nikaido's like kind of relationship. It's kind of beautiful. It really does get to you. It's really nice how it's done. But yeah, hopefully there might be a point where Hina becomes the character she was beforehand, and not where she is right now. He does really care about him. It kind of proves to you he's an amazing character, old Nikaido. He cares about the people that he needs to care for. In essence, you know that he won't betray them. Like, he does have a weird way of putting it sometimes, but he does in theory care about that character. Which actually is really kind of interesting. I kind of like it about him, that he's always there to kind of pick that person back up and actually just go, look, don't worry about it. Just continue that way, and one day we'll fight together against each other. It's kind of nice. One of those things that kind of gets you like, why does he have such a hard life then? Why is he such a great character? And why does he have such a hard life? Why can't he just be okay? But yeah, I mean, all in all, pretty fantastic volume. I believe. Hold up a second. I believe the actual next actual season of Sangatsu starts in exactly 1 month and 2 days. So yeah, 1 month and 2 days to get to volume 10. I want to get to at least volume 10 before the anime starts. The probably thing I actually might be able to get to before that point. So yeah. Yeah, that's a problem. He is a bit too good. That's a problem. I think the fact is he's too overly kind of ambitious as well at the same time. He wants that fight between Kiriyama and him, that he kind of just neglects everything else around him about his health. And those things that he kind of has to kind of balance that as well. He can't just kind of be in the mindset of just wanting to fight Kiriyama. He's got to kind of keep his health in check as well. So his ambition kind of does fall to him slightly as well. At the same time, it's nice what he wants. In the end, his justification for what he's trying to do is nice, but it's kind of at the same time hurting him, which we don't want to see happen. But yeah, really interested to see how it's all kind of I know he can't give up as well. Like, it's not the fact he doesn't give up, he can't give up. But yeah, I'm really kind of interested to see how his whole entire arc concludes, because it's been quite a hard arc, in the sense that you just don't know what's going to happen with Hina and everything like that, and also what's happening with Nikaido, and everything else in between. One of those ones you just want to see it all kind of just wrap up and actually kind of be a nice end. But yeah, so hopefully we don't have any more kind of, like, bad emotions, like all the good vibes happen at the end of this volume, hopefully. Probably not, but you never know. You never know. But yeah, I mean, that has been me for today. So I'm going to lie down for a bit and just kind of cry just a little bit more. Still haven't got over Stone Ocean's ending yesterday, so still got that. Still got that in my heart. So got this as well, which is even worse. So yeah, if you have enjoyed this whole entire stream as a whole, and you do want to leave a like, then do leave a like, because indeed it does help me quite a bit. If you have enjoyed what I do here, and you want to stay that little bit longer, then do leave a sub, because indeed it does help me quite a bit. But until next time, I have been the driver, and I shall see you guys later.